With over half our nation's university graduates comprising of women, why does a gender pay gap still exist in Australia?
Well, I think it's probably just traditional. I mean, traditional is the wrong word, but it's something that has been the case for a long time. Really, there's no good basis for it.
I think chauvinism may play a small part in it, but from what I see in the street, not so much. I know there's a lot of rules still with health and safety that women can't actually lift as much as men, or different rules like that. I think those rules would have a big part to play in it, definitely in a workplace.
I don't know there necessarily is one, actually.
Men and women do different jobs, and men have better techniques than women.
Australian culture is, I would say, very sexist, especially the generation like my family, my parents, so to speak, because like their generation after the baby boomers, you know, was very, men are like this, women are like that, this is how it is, men don't cry, women stay at home.
Well, I think there are a couple of reasons for the gender pay gap, and first of all, one is the undervaluation of women's work. Women tend to be concentrated in those sectors such as the caring, sort of nurturing or community services industries. The other thing is that women tend to do the burden of unpaid domestic work. Then the final reason is basic discrimination, unfortunately. One statistic which really jumps out at me as being of concern is that when you look at graduates, so people who've just graduated from uni, there's a $2,000 pay gap between female and male graduates, and so all those other factors are reduced because they have the same education, the same work experience. Most people don't have children at that stage, but there's still this difference, and that can only really be attributed to gender.
I think it's unfair because, you know, we're all equal and we're all human, so we should all be at the same level.
A fair day's work for a fair day's pay should apply to both genders, and if the same work's being done, it should be paid at the same rate.
I find it very weird, you know. I don't think it happens everywhere. I mean, where I'm from, women and men are paid equally, and because women also have another job back home more than men.
I think it's still a bit of a shock that we're still like that, I guess, in today's society, especially since we've kind of progressed so far, like technology-wise. So the fact that we haven't progressed in that state with women being equal to men in the pay sector, I guess it's a bit shameful.
We know how important caring skills are in our society, so it's an injustice that they're not valued in the same way as technical skills are. And I think that really, again, comes down to the way we stereotype, or the way we make cultural assumptions about how women are and how men are, and caring and nurturing sort of qualities are traditionally ascribed to women. But when it comes to combating the gender pay gap, I think I'd say to women, do stand up for yourselves, ask what you're worth, but at the same time I don't want to suggest that it's women who need to be fixed to fix this problem, because it's much bigger than that. There are a lot of women out there who are doing the right thing, who are demanding what they're worth and standing up for themselves, and it doesn't always go down so well. Not nearly as well as it does when men do.
I don't know, maybe women should just prove that we're the same as men. I don't know, strive harder.
Legislation's difficult. I suppose that is one answer. Otherwise, really education.
I think it's about creating opportunities for women.
I think that employers really need to take a stand and take a long, hard look at themselves, and there are a lot of them already doing some fantastic work in this area. But I would suggest all organisations need to do a gender pay gap analysis. This means looking at all their pay and judging whether they are actually paying women and men the same for the same quality of work.
Make love, not war.
That too, everyone just be happy and friendly, and just get people into politics that are actually decent and have the best interest of the people at heart.
I really don't see it as being anything to really fight about. It's just my natural right to get paid the same as anyone else.
We really need to work on changing our culture so that flexible working hours are available to both men and women, and that men aren't stigmatised for wanting to participate more in childcare and domestic work. And I think once we break down those kind of cultural barriers around what men do and what women do, then we'll start to achieve a real gender equality.
As Director of the Equal Opportunity for Women in the Workplace states, every day should be equal pay day. It is a matter of valuing our employees, having equal pay, equal respect and equal opportunity. I'm Stephanie Martin for Undercurrent.